Nigel, let's reflect on a first-class week for Mansfield Town. Firstly, a fantastic victory in the Carabao Cup against Chesterfield on Tuesday, and then on Saturday, a first league win of the campaign at Exeter.
Yeah, it's lifted everybody's spirits after the opening two defeats in the league. Unbelievably close. All three games have been incredibly close in the league, and obviously the cup game as well. And I think that's an indication of how it's going to be for the rest of the season. But having lost the opening two narrowly, it was important to get back on track. And I don't think we could have done that in any better way than winning in the cup. And then winning down at Exeter, which I can't remember any team we've had over the years who's got a result down there recently, because it's a very, very tough place to go, especially on the back of a long journey for everybody, supporters alike. And then, of course, going back to the cup game, we get our rewards with a great draw going to the new Everton Stadium.
That really is a terrific draw, perhaps the best you could have got.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's 4 balls left in, wasn't there? Somebody told me. I think there was us, Grimsby, Man U and Everton. So I think, you want a home draw. But in this circumstance, I would say getting an away draw to either one, Everton or Man U, no disrespect to Grimsby, is the preferred outcome. But the new stadium, which everybody says is wonderful, will be a great opportunity for our spectators to go to. Might never get the opportunity again to go and follow the team there.
It's a terrific draw on so many levels for you, isn't it, really? Because you should have a good payday as well. You're not really expected to get anything. And as you say, new stadium and perhaps a full capacity.
Yeah, I think that's what they're thinking about. I think there's a big demand for tickets up there for the league games. And if people can't get tickets for that, then they'll come to the cup games. I think it holds nearly 53,000. So it'd be lovely if we're playing in front of that sort of crowd.
Let's look back on that superb win on Saturday at Exeter. You went with a different formation. Did that surprise the Grecians?
I think it did initially. I think after 5 minutes or so, they got a little bit more to grips with it. But you can also, if you do that, you can get a goal early on as well, and almost win the game while they're sort of reorganising and everything. But I think we've been 2 or 3 different formations already this season, and that's going to be the way going forward. We started with a 3 at the back because we like the idea of 2 up front, and at home that might be the way to go as well. But it's lovely to have that adaptability and flexibility within the squad. And we say to the players, don't worry too much about it, whatever we have to change to because of the opposition or for us, get on with it, and still do your jobs.
Was the win particularly impressive, bearing in mind you were down on numbers?
Yeah, I think so. When you've got 6 players missing, and you lose Deji and Sweens and Maka and Dom and Oatsy and everything and Joe, a bit patched up. The bench was very young. I think 5 out of the 7 were under 23 or something like that. So, but they all contributed as well. And once again, even 2 or 3 weeks in, the value of the squad and the importance of the squad over the next 8.5 months is there for everybody to see.
Player-wise then, who might return for tomorrow night's match at home to Blackpool?
Not sure yet. Sweens isn't far off, and Dom and Maka, so we'll just see how everybody is. We won't risk anybody unnecessarily at this early stage of the season, but we'd hope to get 1 or 2 back. We'll see.
Player-wise, we're heading towards the last week of the transfer window. Any business likely for you?
Yeah, we're trying to get a striker in on loan. We're working on that. It might be another week or so. We were hoping last week, but there was a setback, not from our end. So we'll keep pressing on that one. And then it'll depend after that. I think that sort of balances things up. Obviously, Max has come in, Keanu's gone. We're after 1 more. And then if somebody else goes, we might bring another one in. It'll depend on the next 2 weeks, injury-wise and departures, that sort of thing, and how we do as well. But I think it's been a good boost financially with the Everton game as well. We've not paid a transfer fee yet, so I think we're okay in that department. It's just getting the good value and the right player.
What's the news on Gregory, who's been recovering from that knee injury?
Yeah, he's still working at it. He's had a couple of setbacks. His knee is prone to swelling up. And then he has to, rest it for a day or 2. But the next 2 weeks, I think, will be the telling time for it.
Tomorrow night, it's going to be a momentous occasion for Mansfield Town because it will mark the opening of the renovated Bishop Street stand, and supporters will be in it for the first time in 21 years.
Wow, that's incredible, isn't it? I didn't realise it had been closed that long. I remember coming with Burton just after Boxing Day or something. Yeah, I think it was closed then, wasn't it? Yeah, I think that must have been one of the early times, and so it was lovely. Having just people in it last week against Donny was supported, and it was great. And with it being such a big game against Blackpool as well, what a great time to open it.
What difference might a full stadium make now the four sides will be open to the atmosphere and the match day on the whole, would you say?
I think it just helps everything. To look at it looks better. To have all the noise coming from four sides as well. I think it will just help with every single part of the game and the supporter experience, fan experience on the day.
Let's speak about more developments, and we'll go into a bit more depth with you on this tomorrow. But we cast our eye to the right here at the RH Academy, away from camera shot, but we can see a new gym's been erected very quickly as well, I must say.
Yeah, we've got a small gym at the moment, and we've been sort of saying we could do with this addition to the training ground, and it's gone up pretty quickly, and it's an absolutely brilliant facility. And the most important thing is it's going to benefit, I think, over 100 players, because from the 14-year-olds at the club in the academy up to the first team, up to the 36, 37-year-olds, everybody will benefit. But especially the youngsters. These days it is such a physical game, and you see the Championship and the Premier League producing players who are real athletes. And when we play teams like we're going to play Derby and friendlies and the 21s or Forest and stuff, even the lads who've come from Forest, you see a big difference in the shape and everything and the fitness wise, and that's going to help us try and bridge that gap. So I can't stress enough how important it is for the academy as well as the first team.
A final word on tomorrow's opponents, Blackpool. They got their first victory of the campaign as well on Saturday. What are they all about from what you've seen?
It sounded a hell of a game, and I think to survive for over half the game with only 10 men against such a good side as Huddersfield, I think shows what they're about, the quality. I think they've made some good additions again. I think one of the teams that will be expected to be up there. Very experienced manager. I thought we had two cracking games against them last season, so I hope it's another one.